Hello everybody, hello YouTube, and welcome back to Sammy's Old Tech. I know it's been a while since I posted, but I was a bit busy, but now I'm back. And today I'm going to be reviewing the external specifications of the iPhone 3G, the iPhone 3GS, the iPhone 4, and the iPhone 4S. So I'm basically just going to be comparing how they look like from the outside and basically how to tell the difference between each one. So, let's begin with the iPhone 3G. So, the iPhone 3G was released in 2008 by Apple, and it was the second iPhone to ever be made. The iPhone 3GS was released in 2009, and it's the third iPhone which Apple ever made. The iPhone 4 was released in 2010, and it was the fourth iPhone that Apple made. The iPhone 4S was released in 2011 and was the fifth iPhone that was ever made by Apple. So, when we look at these four phones, we can obviously tell that there's a huge difference between the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 4. So, iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 3G, they look like each other a lot, and the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S look like each other a lot as well. So I'm just going to be showing you how you can tell the difference between the 3GS and the iPhone 4 for now. So obviously the first thing we can see is the iPhone 3GS has more rounded edges at the back. Also, the iPhone 4 clearly has a larger camera, and the iPhone 4 also doesn't specify the storage of the phone itself. In addition to that, the iPhone 4 has a glass back, while the iPhone 3GS has a plastic back. And from the front, we can see that the iPhone 4 has a selfie camera, while the iPhone 3GS does not. Also, we can see that the iPhone 4 has also more I don't know what the exact word for it is, but it doesn't have these lines at its edges. It seems to be that the display is sort of above the body of the phone, the display sort of like above it, while in the iPhone 3GS the display seems to be within this sort of line that goes around the phone itself. So basically, these are easy ways to tell the difference between the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 4. Now, how about if you want to tell the difference between the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 3G? Now, they look really similar, but there is a very easy way to tell the difference between the both. It's not from the front, it's not from the camera because the cameras look very similar. It's actually from the text written at the back. If the text is faded, then it's an iPhone 3G, but if the text is more visible, then it's the iPhone 3GS. This is basically how I was able to tell the difference between both phones. I learned it quite a while ago from YouTube as well. So what if I want to tell the difference between the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S? Now this is a little more challenging. If you look at the camera of each one up close, the camera itself, you can see that the iPhone 4S camera seems to be slightly different in a little bit in its sort of color, I believe. It seems to me that the iPhone 4S's camera is slightly brighter, but forget the camera because that is not a very efficient way of telling the difference. The actual good way of telling the difference is looking quite closely at the model number at the back of your device. For example, here the iPhone 4 is model A1332 and the iPhone 4S is model A1387. Basically, looking at the model number tells you which iPhone you have. If you go to Google and search up the model number of your iPhone, it will easily tell you what the iPhone is. So this is how I was able to tell the difference between the iPhone 4 and 4S. When I was getting them at the flea market, I thought I got myself an iPhone 4 when I bought the 4S, but I looked at the model number, I went to Google, and it turns out I got a 4S, so then I just got a 4 alongside it to to expand my collection of iPhones. So it's really easy now to tell the differences between the phones now that you know how. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and please drop a like and subscribe. And I would really appreciate if you do that, as my channel is still small and it's growing. I also forgot to say that I really appreciate the 1,000 views on my BlackBerry video, in which I reviewed this exact BlackBerry Curve 9220. I really appreciate that, and I hope you like and subscribe, because I am sure that you will see lots of videos from me soon. Thank you and goodbye.